your customer knows the difference between you winging it and you prepared to add value to them. Most people fall into sales. What I mean by that is that they don't have a formal education. It's not like you go to university to become a salesperson. You often will draw the short straw, or you'll start out in business, or you're not quite sure what you want to do, and someone goes, oh, you're good at talking to people, you'll be fine, just go, you can sell for us. And so you get into sales not really knowing what to do, but kind of knowing that everybody's depending on you because you're the person who gets the money that pays the salaries. And so there's this great pressure without the training. And so people tend to then just bumble their way through sales. And we learn by the school of hard knocks and bruises and lessons learned the hard way. And as that evolves, what ends up happening is that people kind of develop a style that kind of seems to work. Can you relate to that? If so, what you'll also relate to is the fact that quite often, once you've found out something that works, it stops you getting beaten around by, the things that don't work, is that you can often fall into the trap where you've got a hammer that works, and so everything looks like a nail, and you just want to use your one proven approach to go in and try and get all the sales that you get. But that's not the best way to sell. I know for myself that when I actually got into sales, I started off in a very technical sales role, and the training I was given was, the answer is yes. What's the question? So just say yes. We just need you to get sales. And there was this incredible pressure, and I was from a production background, and I wanted to ask a lot more questions. I wanted to understand a lot more, but the reps just wanted to get the sale. They just wanted to meet quota. In the sales course, I share one of my epiphany moments where I suddenly realized the secret to sales was not to sell. And that gave me an incredible boost of confidence because it helped me to come from a place of integrity, which is where I wanted to come from. I wanted to be the sort of person that people could relate to, that people could trust, the sort of person that people would seek out as a trusted advisor. Now, I didn't know that terminology back then, but intuitively, I knew what the role of a salesperson should be. And so when I got into sales and I started to do more and more of it, I was determined to learn how to do it well. Not just the roughshod way that I had been introduced to sales, but in a way that was going to make a difference. It all starts with your mindset, seeing yourself as a problem solver, seeing yourself in a role that's going to make a difference to people. When you feel confident about it, when you see the value you bring, then it'll encourage you to follow a sales process. You want to lead the process. You want to hold the customer's hand and take them on a journey that they enjoy, where you take them from where they are and help them to achieve what it is that they want. And as you do that, it's a constant learning situation. We don't fail, we learn. And as we get that knowledge, we begin to look at, well, where do I do exceptionally well? Where could I do better? And where do you lose sales? Where do you gain sales? That constant iteration is what brings perfection, and that practice of that is what makes us perfect. We want to make it as easy as possible for the customer to say yes. We want to create an experience for them where it feels natural and intuitive to go from where they are to where they want to be. So what I've done is I've gone and created 6 habits that will help you in sales. And I wanted to make it practical. When we teach people in production, we taught them how to do something repeatedly at a high consistent level, because that's what's really important. And that's what we wanted to bring to the sales training program, a consistent, repeatable method that would get results you can depend on. If you want to know more, I encourage you to download our 6 habits, see if they resonate with you, and join us on our Sales SOS course to help you become the salesperson you have the potential to be.